Welcome back for more on this Money Monday with myself and Terry Hollywood Hay, coming off of a pretty successful Parx wagering guide over at Guaranteed Tip Sheets. Hopefully you went over there and took advantage of that. In the course of the day, we hit a pick 4 that I think it went third pick, second pick, first pick, third pick. Paid $2,500 for 50 cents. I'll take that.
That's
day
good.
In and day out. I don't know about you, Terry. Today's free track of the day over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. There is a link in the description on YouTube. Make sure you use that so they know where you're coming from. Is Finger Lakes. The racing is fast and furious in upper state New York. Of course, when the show is over, right here, we'll put our picks. We got a pretty good exacta over there at that Ira Gold Cup. The first race with 25 horses. My top pick and the third pick combined for a $175 exacta. Wish I would have had the trifecta, but unfortunately did not. Hopefully we have something like that today. When the show's over, right there, you hit that HRT gear button. Come on over here, get yourself a T-shirt, a hat, something so that you look spectacular. Great way to support the show, too. You can also support the show in the YouTube description. There is a link to our tip jar. Kindly hook us up with a cup of coffee or a little bit of Diet Mountain Dew. Terry and I would greatly appreciate that, of course. As, of course, today, Monday can only mean one thing, Terry. That's Parx Racing, and we're getting started with a 7 furlong optional claiming race, for $7,500. You see on the bottom down there the profile of a winner. Early speed, a little bit of a rail bonus. The 2 and 3 do the best, Terry. Our smart sheets will tell us who we think will get the lead, Terry. And if you want today's smart sheets along with an explanation on how to use them, they can be found in the description on YouTube as well. Terry, who's going to get it going when the gates get going in race number 1 at Parx today?
Well, you can see the 2 has the most speed according to the data, but there are 3 or 4 other horses that are very close to it and could give that 2 some competition for that front-running lead.
Yeah, you see over here in our race shape, the 2 and 3 want the lead. They're your pilots. These horses here are the 4, the 6, the 7, and 8 co-pilots. The 5 wants to close. Pretty balanced race as far as which horse is going to get the best trip, Terry. C-zone measures early pace and then takes a look at how those horses will match up with their best records compared to the pace today. And who looks like they're going to get an excellent trip?
Well, the 6 has the best chance, followed up by that 8. They're going to be very comfortable in this race, I believe.
Yes, and as far as horses that have hit par, you see all but the 6 and the 8 have shown they can run a speed figure of 81. That is the Brisnet par speed figure from the distance. Terry, a couple of class droppers in here, 1 class riser, but who's got the class jockey and trainer-wise?
Well, the 6 has the best jockey and the 8 best trainer, but I think the 8 is also the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, one other point of note here. The 3 horse has a last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else. That's Andrew Byers' minimum threshold for a horse that merits extra attention. I got to tell you, those sim odds at Parx on Saturday were on fire, Terry. So you got the 2-8, the 4 and the 3, the 4 and the 2 showing up in the top total pace horses. Who shows up at the top of your list to get things going today?
Where I like the 2 scheduling dude was third as a favorite last time, has a trainer that wins 35% with beaten favorites, has the best start speed today's field. And then 7 Save Prayer is my second choice. Has won 3 out of 8 starts at Parx Racing, high performing winning trainer and jockey. Sir Richard, the 4, finished third in his last race. His early winning style will help the chances. And he has a trainer wins 24% of the claiming races he has a horse competing in. And then Omi Island, the 3 is my long shot, ran second in last race, highest last speed rating, and has an effective jockey and trainer. No bets for me in this race.
You might think about crafting a pick 4 here, Terry. There is one in race number 1.
Oh, there is. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thor Richard. I mean, my name is Rich. Do I need any other reason to pick that horse? I don't think so. But it is our top total pace horse. We saw that over here. It's also in our top simulation odds. It's a track dropper. And again, its name is Richard. The 7 horse, Save a Prayer, should be out front. It is the biggest class dropper in the 3rd start after a layoff. And it has Terry's favorite jockey, Paco Lopez. The horse also prefers a fast track. That's what it's getting today. Scheduling dude, this is your potential pace setter. where speed does win 37% of the time versus most of the horses that want to be middle and back. It's another track dropper to boot. And then finally, the 3-horse Omni Island did run that top last race speed figure. 3 points better than everybody else, and it did it at a higher level track. The 3rd track dropper, better across the board with its pace numbers. You'll see that right here, as well as the 3rd start after a layoff. I'm going to do a pick 4, 2, 3, 4, 7 with the 5, 6, with the 3, 4, with the 2, 3, 5, and 7. And then Terry will pop his pick 4 in there. There you go. I don't think he's going to do 3 singles. I think he meant 2, 7, 4 and his pick there. 2.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'll fix it.
I got it. 2, 4, and 7. There you go. Oops, hold on. 2, 4, 7 with the 5, 6, 7 with the 2, 3, 4, 6. You still got to take one out of there, though, Terry.
Yeah, they got to take out, let's see, in that 3rd leg, we're going to take out the 3.
The 3, there you go. $40.50. 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. The Noah +1, pick 4. Race number 2. We'll do this real quick before race number 1 gets started, Terry. This race is the first of a bunch of it, 1 mile and 70 yards. You see the profile of a winner here. I'll post that up here in just 2 seconds. Give that to me here. Race number 2, profile of a winner. We'll have 3 races in a row at $1.70. Early speed, 3 out of 10, wire to wire. A little bit of a rail bonus for Nixon Joy. Terry, who's got the speed in race number 2?
The 5 shows the most speed of anybody. Should get to the quarter pole first.
Yeah, also your top C-zone horse. Nobody really on the lead, so it's a little bit of a left arrow action. The 3 horse is the only one, Terry, with a yes on its resume. Hit 82 on the speed gun. In the sake of time, who's going to win race number 2?
All right. So in race 2, I like 5. King Feud, second as a favorite last time. As a trainer, wins 32% of the races with beaten favorites, and then returning and has a high percentage winning jockey, Paco Lopez. Earl of Dassel, the 6, is my second choice, placed in both starts at Parx Racing. Trained by high percentage winning trainer who wins 57% of the races. Claiming races, he when dropping a horse 2 classes. The 7 finished 3rd versus similar to the last race. And then the 1, Nixon Joy, finished 3rd versus similar to the last race and has an early running style, which helps chances. 50-cent pick 4, 1, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 6 with the 3, 5, 7 with the 6, 7.
I'm going to go fast because race number 1's about to get started. So King Freud, maybe a little bit too much early speed for these. It is a sim favorite. Top total pace of 5 points. Means about 1 length if you add the early pace and late pace together. Number 7, Nemo, did run better fractions last out. Sort of a horse for the course. He's won 2 of 9 races at Parx and just 0 for 12 anywhere else. Earl of Dassel, that's your morning line favorite. Very steady performer. Is a closer at Parx 2 times out with a 2nd and a 3rd. Zappy Fishby on that 3 horse is the only yes horse, so you have to have it in your picks, but doesn't win a whole lot. Just 2 out of 50 races. 5, 6, 7 with the 3, 4, with the 2, 3, 5, 7 with the 5, 6, 7, and 8. $48 for me in my second Don Johnson, Miami Vice, pick 4 of the day. All right, race number 1. About to get cooking, Terry. Let's see what's cooking with the how they start out the day. Let's see what the track bias looks like. I'm going to guess coming off of getting the track ready for fast performances on Saturday and Friday that you'll see the track maintain some of that early pace. The 2 horse right now is the favorite at 8-5. And then you have looks like the 3 and the 4 tied along with the 7. So those are your 3 major favorites, the 2, 3, 4, and 7. And we got any value in any of those? Looks like the 8 horse could provide some value at 20-1 as our second choice in the simulation odds. Tempo Ride, who is kind of slow to go in the gate. So, and they're off and running. The opener for this week, everybody getting off to a clean start. 4 horse looks like it's gotten the best start of all, although the 3 horse. Omni Island creeping its way towards the front, coming off that last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else. The 2 horse kind of rushing up. Strange trip for scheduling dude. He kind of hesitated out of the gate, and the jockey then decided he's going to push that horse forward between horses. That's going to be a interesting trip, to say the least. And they make their way down the backstretch. Let's see if we can catch some early fraction numbers. 22.73 seconds. The 3 and the 4 continue to set the tone, but Sir Richard, of course, the horse with the best name of all horses. He's on the lead right now, but the 2 horse looks like he's going to give him a little bit of a run for his money as they come out of the corner as the jockey is sitting down on that horse. The 3 horse continues to hold up on the rail. It looks like he's going to pull forward again, Terry. 4 horse kind of drifting up the track a little bit. The 5 horse is going to try to sneak by on the rail, but I don't know that he's got the punch at the end. The 4 horse just keeps pulling up on the 3 and then kind of falling off. So I don't think he's going to get there. I think it's going to go 3, then 4, then 5, 2, 7. 3, 4, 5, 2, 7. So that's the way the opener starts. On the island, making both of our pick 4s at 4-1. A good place to get started. Coming off that top last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else. As a yes horse, there you had to have that guy in your picks. He made our picks, and we move forward in our pick 4. What, you didn't have him in your pick 4?
I didn't have him. No, I scrambled there and did that, but I did have something that I saw scrambling. You have your pick 4 of the last one in the 7th race. It's actually the 6th race that it starts. So we might want to change that.
6th race? 6. Oh, yeah. Yes. Race 7. Hold on. Yeah, I can't have all those horses, can I? So I'll have to do that in a minute when we get there, right?
Okay.
All right. So let's get to race number 3. That's next for you and me. Again, that's another one. As I mentioned, 3 in a row, starting in race number 2 at 1.70 miles. Speed does do well at the distance. A third of them, about a 3 out of 10 wire to wire. A little bit of rail bonus. 2 and 3 play fair. 4 through 7 get hit a little bit hard, Terry. 8 and not almost back to fair. Again, we see one horse that's got a great chance to get to the lead. He's going to wear the same color as the horse that just won.
Yep, that's that 3. It's got double the speed of anything else in there, according to the data.
You got a couple of class droppers in here with the 2 and the 3. Everybody has hit par except for the 3 horse, which is within a couple of points of that 84. So it's been as high as 82. So they can all do it. Terry, for the first time, let's talk about Par Plus, where we do 1,000 simulations, where we calculate a potential speed figure and how many times it hits that 84 or better. They all got a chance to do it today.
They sure do, but the 4 shows a little bit better chance than, say, the 2 or the 6, is according to the data, that they'll either equal or exceed the speed par number. So.
Yeah, indeed. You got a couple of horses here that have been better 5 ways. Better pace, better fractions. I like that. Terry, I know that you like jockeys and trainers, and looks like a couple of them that keep your eye on.
Yeah, the 4 has the best jockey, but the 2 has the best trainer and the best jockey trainer combination, I think.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably true. Only one horse here, Terry, getting above 50% on the C-zone. That is the 3. Should be out on the lead. Everybody else middle back. That could work out pretty well. A couple of numbers here, too. Look at this. The 4 horse, 10-point last race speed figure. The 3 horse, almost a 2-length early speed edge. Again, 5 lengths equals 1 point. 5 horse has a lot of late speed, a little bit more than a length, more than everybody else. And the 6 is the top total pace horse in there, Terry. You got 5 horses in this race. According to Stephen Fielder, you take the one with the highest odds. That might be the 3. Who do you got winning what looks like a all race despite only having 5 horses?
Well, I like the 2 as my top pick. Has a high percentage when the trainer drops in class today, highest speed figure at today's distance, and the best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Then I like JJD, the 6. My second choice performs well at Parx Racing, finishing the money 47% of the time, winning 24% of the starts, and handles the distance with being in the money 65% of the time, winning 41% of those starts. 3, third pick is the 4 Deplane, won last race. Highest last race speed rating, can go the distance. And then the 3 October Bliss, my long shot, finished 3rd versus tougher in the last race, has a high percentage winning trainer, can handle the distance with this team. So.
All right, so I'm going to start off with the 3 horse October Bliss. And the reason for October Bliss getting the top call is because when this one gets to lead by himself, he wins. That could happen here with the one almost 2-length early speed edge and also your top C zone. We've seen those horses get to the lead, keep them, and go all the way. The 4-horse Deplame, 10-point last race speed figure, faster fractions, tends to pair up big efforts. Then the 2-horse Aula, Z pattern, meaning that when you look at the, hold on a second, meaning when you look at the early pace, 71, drops to 66, and then back up to 86, a Z pattern. And also the most back class in the race. And then finally for me, in race number 3, the 6-horse JJD. Top total pace, 5 ways better in its last. And again, a race where I think anybody could win. I'm going to go with the 3-horse getting to the front, maybe the longest shot on the board for $5 exact the key box 3 with all. And maybe if he tails off at the end, comes home second for my Benny and the Bets beginner. Race 4, another one of those at 1 mile and 70 yards. This one's a maiden claiming race, though, Terry. So, yeah, just about anything can happen in these two. Let's go ahead and put up race number 4 on the window here. Again, speed, about 3 out of 10, catching the title on the lead for these maidens, looking for their first win. Terry, if anyone's going to go wire to wire, where might you find them?
Well, it's going to be kind of difficult to say because there's 3 horses right there that have really close data numbers. So it just depends on who gets the best break, the best decision by the jockey.
Yes, and you see here the 3, the 4, and the 5, they do want to be forward. The 6 and the 7, they want to close. So far, the 2 not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. You got 4 of the 6 horses dropping in class in here, Terry. When you're looking for maidens, looking for that first win, it's important to see which ones have hit par. You got the 2, the 3, and the 7, which have shown they can hit that 67 speed figure. That's kind of a low number in there, Terry. And it looks like all of them except the 6 have a chance to do it again today.
Yep.
Trainers, jockeys, where would you go?
Okay, the 3 is the best trainer, jockey, and combination.
Indeed. You got a couple of horses in here again. The 7, Miss Lollipop. Top last race speed figure. That won the opener, and then by more than 3 points, 7 in this case. And the 5-horse with a top total pace of about 1.5 lengths, more than everybody else. Are you going to go yes horses? Are you going to go speed closers? I think my screen's going to click out, so that's always good news. It means I clicked out too, Terry.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and put this in there. Race number 4. Who do you got?
I got the 5 Straight Grace knocking at the door, finishing second in the last 3 races, and has a high percentage winning jockey. Little Miss Lollipop, the 7 is my second choice. Class drop today, tops the last speed grading, returns the dirt, and is trained by a high percentage winning trainer. And then Young and Pretty, the 3 ran third last out against Himmler, has today's top speed, dirt speed, and gets a leading jockey and trainer. And then Hurricane Jane, the 4, was my long shot third out last time, and longer distance could help. I like as my pick 4, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 with the 6, 7 with the 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 with the 3, 6, a $50 ticket.
Race number 2, pass for Private Ross. Race 3 to 2. Race 4, Hurricane Jane, overdue. Race number 4 to 2 and the 4. I'm going to begin, now that I'm back, I hate my computer, with Young and Pretty. Something I never was. Third up, just missed at this level last out with a big late push. Then the 5-horse Saint Grace, going to be to the front. Top total pace of a little more than a length. At Parx 3 times, 3 seconds. Last 2 by a neck and a head. So just a little bit of a head bob maybe can get the job done. The 7-horse Little Miss Lollipop, track and class dropper that did show some better early pace last time out. And then Alice Fantastic is your simulation favorite. Class and track dropper to boot. 2, 3, 5, 7, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, and 9 with the 5, 6, and 7 for a $48 ticket for me as well, Terry, as I tend to do. We're going to move off to race number 5 now. We're going to get a little bit of a different distance. This one's 5.5 furlongs. That belongs wholeheartedly to Speed, Terry, because almost half of them win wire to wire. So we're looking for speed and lots of it in race number 5, Terry. You're going to tell us where to find it.
Well, look here. Look at all that speed in there. The 8, 5, 7, and 2, 6 and 1. They all show some kind of speed, especially the 8, 5, and 7. So.
Yeah, you got all these horses that want to be on the front, and you got the pressure type with the 6. So one of these horses, unlike the other, the 5 and the 7, dropping in class. Terry, looks like 3 of them are going to like the way this race takes shape.
Yeah, take a look there. That 4 has a really high C-zone number of 91.91%, then followed up by the 1 at 72%, and then the 3 is just over 50% at 58%. They're all going to be very comfortable in here.
I totally agree with you, and I totally agree with Don Johnson. You want to help the show, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share our content. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Well, Terry, we see the 6-horse, 14-point last race speed figure, has a 6-point late pace edge, 11-point total pace edge. It is part of the quartet that has hit yes, by far the highest par plus. Terry, is the 6-horse the winner or not?
Well, we just have to see. It does have the best trainer-jockey combination, so I like in this race the 6-horse. Nostalgia smile. Won 2 races in a row, going for a hat trick, and has a high percentage winning jockey, and that jockey is Paco Lopez. And then I like Smoky Places. The 7 has an early foot, so the cutback in distance will be a plus, and it's handled by a trainer with strong win rates. Irish Tenor, the 5, drops in class today. Trainer wins 25%, and the 2nd starts after claiming horse. Shares fastest dirt speed with among today's starters. And then for the love of fun, the 1 is my long shot. Real Post is winning a 30% clip, and his best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters, actually tied with another horse. No additional bets in here for me.
I in race number 5, I'm going to go with the 7-horse, Smoky Places. Likes to be forward. That's what it'll be today. Dominated off the bench the last time the horse had some rest, and that's what we'll look to see repeat today. If not, Nostalgia Smile, top last race speed figure, 14 points, top total pace 11. Track dropper, Paco, probably going to be under 1-1. Irish Tenor, the 5-horse, 2nd try at Parx since coming from Naira. It is the simulation favorite. And then finally, if you're going to have all these speed horses, the 8-horse Malibu is the speed of the speed, and tons of speed. Speed of the speed is the way to be. No additional bets for me as we move off to race number 6, Terry, where I will fill in the rest of my pick 4. In race number 6, they're going to travel 6.5 furlongs, and I think we're going to get a few races in a row at 6.5 furlongs. It looks like there's going to be 2 of them anyway, and 6.5 furlongs does favor early speed. 35% go wire to wire. Inside horses have the edge over outside horses. Any inside speed, Terry?
Well, the 2 is kind of inside, but the 4 has a little better speed than the 2 does as far as the data goes. So,
and what else do you see in here?
Okay, you can see there that the only all of them have either exceeded or equaled the speed par number except for the 8, and they all have a chance to do it again except for the 8, especially the 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's pretty good. And then as far as the C-zones go, they all have a really good chance to feel comfortable in this race. Good best jockey combination trainer is the 9.
All right, so we see here the 4, 9, 5, and 3 as our simulation odd favorites. Most of them in there too, except the 6 sneaking in. Again, those sim odds have been hot, Terry. Let's see who you think is going to be the hottest of them all in race number 6 as we finalize our pick 4s for the day.
I like the 5 Lasso drops in class for Parx Racing debut with leading trainer and jockey. The Gray Pumpkins and the 9 finished in the money in 4 of the last race in the last 4 races and won 1 of those, handled by a trainer with strong win rates and switches to high percentage winning jockey. The 4 is my 3rd choice, finished the money in the last 3 races, winning the last start. Best start speed is fast among today's starters. Nicole's King, the 6, is won its last race at Parx Racing. It has a high percentage winning trainer. And then I'm going to play the very last the Miami Vice, Don Johnson pick 4. I'm going to use a 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 with a 3, 6 with the 2, 7. Finish up with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, which is a $50 ticket.
I'm going to go with the 2-horse Track of My Tears as the first selection in this one. Got a feeling that this one's going to get out to the lead. Inside speed, second start after layoff. And if you look at its resume, it tends to come off the bench, show some speed and fade at the end. And then the second start comes off the gates hot, gets to the lead, and then doesn't relinquish it. So I'm hoping for that pattern to repeat. Financial Strength, the 3-horse. Track dropper, lone class dropper with Paco Lopez, the Great Pumpkin. Next month, for sure, you'd have to put this one in your picks. But 3 consecutive speed figure increases, according to Barry Meadows in his book, The Skeptical Handicapper. That's an alpha angle that wins at least 15%. It's going to switch to Mikel Sanchez off the claim for Michael Pino. Big win rate. And then finally, number 4, Abedin won his first race at Parx, got DQ'd. So he's going to try it again today. 2, 3, 4, 9 is a 50-cent trifecta box. 2, 3, 9, 5, 6, 7, 5, 7, 1, 2, 5, 8, and 10. Hoping to catch a nice priced pick 4 at the end of the day. Race number 7. Yes, indeed. Another 6.5 furlonger, Terry. In race number 7, what we're looking for again is inside 3 speed as we kick off the late pick 3. Do we have any inside speed here, Terry?
Oh, yeah. Look at the 3. Has the most speed, almost double everything else in there, so it should do pretty well. It's good.
Yeah, and the race shape here also, nobody really wants to be on the lead, so the 3 is going to become that much sought-after left arrow horse. It's also a part of the 3 horses that have hit par for this level. 75 also has a 1-length early speed advantage. Terry, does he have a good jockey trainer?
Yeah, the 3 does not, but the 6 has the 3 has a decent one, but the 6 has the best trainer, and the 7 jockey, and the 7 the best trainer. The 7, I think, is the best combination.
You see here the 5 horse, a little bit of an overlay, Terry, maybe 9-5 odds. What's the sim odds say? Coming off the top last race speed figure, 7 points better than everybody else. But again, over here we see the 7 with a top total pace of a little bit more than a length and a half better than everybody else. Terry, speed with the 5, 7 with the top total pace. What in the hell is going on with my computer today? Anyhow, stuff makes me ill, Terry. Let's go here and back here to race number 7. Who do you think is going to win?
I like Old Head, the 3-horse. Performs well at Parx Racing. Been in the money 71% of the time, won 26% of the starts. Handles today's distance very well, 82% of the time in the money, and finished 27% of the time as a winner. And then 6, Dream Chaser, was second as a favorite last time. As a trainer, wins 32% of the beat when bringing back a beaten favorite to race again. Highest speed figure at today's distance. Has a high percentage winning jockey. And then Bound to Destiny, the 4, drops in class today, trained by a 27% winning ship-in trainer, and then owns the top dirt speed. So Swell, the 5, is my long shot, drops in class today. Has a trainer, wins 17% of the claiming races. He has a horse competing in and has the highest last speed rating. That's it.
Late today, missed 1 for 4. Yeah, we'll get that up there. We'll leave them up there in there at the end. Race 8, number 1. I'm a little bit salty with my computer today, making my life miserable. I'm going to go with the 6-horse Dream Chaser as my first choice in race number 7. Better pace. Could be better. The second start after layoff. Then the 5-horse. So Swell did run the top last race speed figure. 7 points better than everybody else with better pace from the beginning to the middle to the end. And I think maybe a few extra yards today makes a difference. The 7, Forest Maiden, top total pace of 7 points for the 7-horse. That's got to be some sort of numerology code. The last race was a lot better than it looks, because if you check out the distance and the fractions, he was better by about a second. And then Old Head, the 3-horse. Pace setter with a 1-length early speed edge, but will need a big rebound today in the second start after a layoff. Race number 8, Terry, looks like this one coming up is your best bet. Before we get to your best bet, let's talk about this one being a 1-mile affair. 1 mile In race number 8, you're going to see that the profile of winner, early speed, 31% wire to wire. 2 through 7 is the best place to be in race number 8, Terry. And looks like plenty of them are going to get out and get after it when they get going.
They sure are, but that 7 has the best numbers there.
Yeah, we look here, our race shape. Everybody wants to be pretty much in the middle except for the 5. So getting a good trip could matter. Who's going to get the best trip, Terry?
Well, you could take a look there and look at that 4. It's got a 93.72% chance, and so it's going to be very comfortable, followed up by the 7 and the 2.
They all come close to our hit par, Terry, for sure. Any overlays you see here?
Yeah, the 1 has a nice overlay 5 to 2 to 5 to 1, and the 5 has an overlay from 5 to 2 to 7 to 2.
And here we see the 1 with the top last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else. Also your top late pace and your top total pace horse. Terry, 1 doesn't grade out with the jockey and trainers, but who does?
The 5 does. The 5 has the actual best jockey and the best trainer, according to the data. So there you go.
For the 5 and the 6, last time out, better pace, better fractions. A lot of different ways this race can go, Terry, but Terry sees it going one way. And what way is that?
Well, I like, this is my best bet of the day, and I like Jean Marie, 7, finished in the money in 5 of her last 7 races, wins 2 of those, has a trainer, wins 23% win rate in allowance races, and has the top jockey, Paco Lopez. Beautiful Bloom. The 2 is my second choice. She's won 2 races in a row, goes for a hat trick, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 27% of the races when shipping a horse in to compete, has a high percentage winning jockey. The 5 is my third choice, finished 3rd in the last race, benefits from top trainer and jockey, and she has a high good workout on September 13th. Warriors Ransom, the 6 is my long shot, ran 2nd in the last race, has the best start speed, it's fastest among today's starters, and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. $20 to win on the 7, a $10 exacta box 2-7, a $10 exacta 7 on top of the 2-5-6, and then a $5 exacta box 2-5-7.
Well, I probably jinxed you, Terry, once again with Jean Marie. Could be the pace setter. Won 4 of its 8 races at Parx. Does have a couple of good workouts since its last effort. Mia Tosca for the first time today. I don't know. I'm having a tough production day. We hear the names together of Mikel Sanchez and Jamie Ness. Very super consistent horse with the better fractions in its last race. Miss Annabella is that top last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else. Rerun that last race, and it's a wrap for Miss Annabella, although the horse does have a history of regressing just a little bit in the second start after layoff. And then finally, number 6, Warriors Ransom. Faster by about a second last time out. One of those horses, along with the 5, that was 5 ways better pace, better fractions. No bets for me. Before we go off to the finale, Terry, tomorrow you and I will be back for Parx. Hopefully, my computer is back to working like it's supposed to work. I don't know, that's always up in the air. To make sure you don't miss out on our show and to see if my computer is indeed working the way it's supposed to do, what should you do?
Well, you should, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the little bell so it notifies you about all the different programs coming up about 30 minutes before they start. And then also copy the link below and share it with everybody you know so that they can come and take a look at it. So I know they're going to like what they see. Go to our social sites such as Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, X, Twitter at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And also keep these comments coming like Private Ross and also Don Johnson, as we like to see them. We like to see your picks. Helps us out a lot.
Yeah, any kind of interactivity when the show's over. One of the ways you can interact is we will put over on the YouTube description, we will have every single race timestamp, so you can come back and see why Terry liked the 7 horses, his best bet in race number 8. Of course, the smart sheets, again, you would have made a ton of money on the smart sheets. Again, the other day, forget what track we were at, Terry, where the superfecta for a dime paid $500, and it was the top 4 horses in the sim odds on the smart sheets. You're definitely going to want to get used to using those, folks. I promise you, they'll be coming out in full soon. All right, Terry, we're going to make our full picks for race number 9. They started at 7 furlongs. They're ending at 7 furlongs. We saw Speed handle its business in the opener. Maybe Speed handles its business in the finale. If that's the case, Terry, there's plenty to pick from.
Well, the 5, 10, 7 all have really good speed numbers, followed up by the 6 and the 2. So just anyone's guess who's going to get to that quarter pole first.
Yeah, our race shape says a lot want the lead. You got a couple of trio of co-pilots, trio of closers in there. So most of your horses kind of weighted towards the front. Speed could be, could give way to Late Speed. That's that 8 horse in there, Terry. If you're looking for a horse that's going to get a good trip, there's a few of them to pick from.
Yeah, there are several in here, the 6 and the 3, 5, especially the 1. They're all going to be very comfortable in this race.
Yeah, the 1, the 3, and the 5 have hit par, so you know they can hit 75 on the speed gun, Terry. Looks like only a few of them might do it today.
Yeah, that's right. You can see there that the probably the 8 has the best chance out of all of them at 32%, but there's only a couple of others or 3 or 4 others that might feel equal or exceed the speed par number for today's races.
Trio of class droppers. Terry, looks like the 1 horse is your best jockey. Your 4 horse is your best trainer. Which one do you think is the best combination?
I think the 1 is. The 1's the best trainer jockey combination. So
yes, the 8 is your simulation favorite in there, Terry. The 4, the 2, the 6, and the 8, all the even number horses. With the 10, just bet the even number horses. What do you say in the finale?
I like the 8, Lino and Meese, which is the high percentage winning jockey, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 25% of the races when dropping a horse down 2+ classes and should improve in the dirt. Little Squeeze, the 1, switches to a high percentage winning trainer, can improve at the shorter distance. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Hard Spice is the 3. Finished second versus tougher in the last race, has a high percentage winning jockey, 59.50. The 2, Longshot, finished third in her last race, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I am out of money, so I can make no other bets.
You can see I like the 1, 2, 8, and 5 with the $5 exact key box 1 with the 2, 5, 8, 10. When the show's over, go over to horseracingtoday.net to see why, because right now race number 2 is running, and the 7 horse is on the lead, Mr. Terry. The 6 horse is going to try to get up and around them. Those 2 duke it out. Does look like the horses that are coming the fastest at the end includes the 3 and the 1. The 7 and the 6 continue to set the tone as they make their way through the turn. Those 2 are going to try to slug it out to the finish line. Let's see which one of them gets there, although the 1 horse has decided it's going to try to make a race of it as the 7 and the 6 continue to bump off of each other. 7 has kind of pulled away a little bit. The 1 horse is going to have to go wide. I don't think the 1's going to catch the 7. I think the 7's going to win, then the 1, then the 6. The question is, the 7 and the 6 shared a bump. Is there going to be a inquiry on who bumped who? I'd imagine there could be. It would be great for both of us if the 7 hang on, especially with the 5 running out. The 7 went off at 5-1. The 1 horse went off at just in the event. Who bumped who here as they come down the stretch?
All right.
Looks to me like they didn't really bump. So it looks like the 6 came down and they just kind of kissed a little bit. So no big deal. I think the 7 will maintain its winner status in there, Terry. And then the 1 and then the 6. So Terry had the nice trifecta if you played it, 7, 1, 6, with the 5, King Freud running out of the money there. There you go. All right. So here are our full picks for the day. I'm not quite sure if that's how it's going to play out, but in race number 1, I think the 3 horse won, right? Race number 2, the 7 horse won. Here's the way we see the rest of the day. Our pick 4s halfway through the first one. We just need the 3 or the 4 to come home first in that next leg. Race number 2, whereas our pick 4 is right there again. We're both alive. Again, I'm 3 or 4. It's a live or die race for me. Race 3, I got the 3 horse all with the 4. 3 all exacted. Race 4, our third pick 4. Race number 5, no bets. Race number 6, the last pick 4, a trifecta box for me. Race number 7, nothing. Race number 8, Terry's best bet. Race number 9, the final of my $100 to work right in there, Terry. Lawrence Lab, how are you? Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. what it is, Lauren, is I have this SSD drive now because I'm working on a lot of the good stuff, a lot of stuff in the evening. I shared some of it with Terry. It's going to be a lot of great content, a lot of great information for horse players, and that SSD drive sometimes blinks out, and when it does, it blinks out my computer. Maybe I should disconnect it before the show starts. I don't know. Again, tomorrow will be Parx. In the link on the description in YouTube, the smart sheets as well as the explanation will timestamp every race. Again, free picks at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. For Finger Lakes today, make sure you take advantage of that. Use the link in the description so they know where you came from. Parx tomorrow. Wednesday will be Churchill Downs. Belmont at the Big A on Thursday. Friday will be Foreign Friday. I forget where Tom said we're going to be, but hopefully we have another $175 exacta in there. Terry, any final thoughts from you before we get out of here and come back for Terrific Terry Tuesday?
Yeah, just have a great day today. Enjoy yourself. Tell your loved ones that you love them, and go ahead and have a good rest of the week too. And if you're playing the horses today, I hope you win. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we hope you do win indeed. No matter what you're doing for the rest of this Money Monday, we certainly hope it's filled with a lot of money. God's grace, God's favor, and every single thing you do until we meet again finds its way to the
winner's circle.
Yes, make it a blessed Money Monday. See ya.